Hi guys, my name is April and welcome to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram if you would like. So I wanted to start off my first YouTube video as like a full houseplant tour, but because most of my plants are at school in my dorm and I only have a few plants here back at home, I will just be talking about the few that I have here. So I hope you guys enjoy the video and don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, so today I just have a few plants to show you guys. I've only had them for around a week or so, but at the end of the video there will be a special plant that I've only had for a few hours. I just got it today. So let's get started. So as you guys can see, I only have a few plants here with me, but they're all very special and I just wanted to show them to you guys and talk about them a little bit. So let's start with this big one right here. Okay, so this is my desert rose. I just got him over a week ago, and when I first got him, he was literally just that tall, and look at how much he's grown. That is a brand new branch that he just put out. And in case you haven't noticed, he's flowering for me, which is so exciting because one of the reasons that I got this plant is because of the flowers. For those who haven't seen, desert rose flowers are so pretty. And also, after I got him, I also noticed how beautiful the leaves are. They're just this deep green with a white streak in the middle, and I think it's really stunning and beautiful. And I also have a little rock in there because I think it makes it look cuter. So it's just in this really chunky mix right now. On the top there's only orchid bark and perlite because I like how that looks, but inside there is soil, so don't worry about that. Yeah, so that's him, and I'll keep you guys updated on this flower. So before I move on to the next plant, there was something that I wanted your guys' opinion on. So I'm thinking of cutting him right there and propagating him because I do like the sort of short bonsai look for desert roses, and I think he's getting kind of leggy right now, right? Especially like that right there. So I'm thinking after he finishes blooming all of those right there, I think I want to cut him, but I'm not quite sure yet. What do you guys think? So I think next I'm gonna talk about this little cutie in the mug. So this is just a pretty classic Rifidiphora tetrasperma. So this is actually 4 node propagations in here. I don't know if you guys can see. Sorry, is it kind of blurry? Let's see if I can find a good one. Yeah, so there are roots in here. They've actually grown quite a lot of roots. But what is kind of disappointing is they've been in here for quite a long time and they have quite an established root system. But so far, none of them have pushed out any new growth or new leaves, and I've checked their nodes and they do have viable nodes. Like their nodes aren't spent, they didn't like grow from these nodes before, so I'm not sure why none of them are growing, but I mean it does look cute even with just the 4 leaves. Okay, next up I wanted to talk about these 2. So this is my Refidophora cursiva. I also got him a little over a week ago. So unlike that desert rose, which I potted in soil, this one I want to grow it in perlite. That's why it's rehabbing in water right now. So at first, I just, rather than putting it in water first, I just put it straight into perlite. And then I forgot to water it, which was really stupid of me. And all of its roots dried up. And after I watered it, it just completely died. and it rotted and it was just not great. And that's why I cut this cutting, and it's giving me this really cute little leaf. Actually, it's not really cute, but what I wanted to show you guys was this. Where is it? Wait, where did it go? Oh, right here. Do you guys see that root? Yeah, so it is. I'm confident will grow. Yeah, I took that cutting because I was scared that this is gonna die. And there is a yellow leaf, but I'm not too worried about it because if you guys can look, so the top roots were the soil roots, so they're kind of brown and green and they don't look that great, but they are alive. They're not like rotten roots yet. But at the bottom, I don't know if you guys can see these white water roots that are starting to come in, and also these growth points are starting to take off after I took the cutting, which is really good. So I'm not too worried about him. I'm just gonna let him sit in water for maybe a couple more weeks or perhaps even a month before I pot him in perlite as well. And I can't wait until these get big and they start getting fenestrated and stuff. It's so pretty. Okay, next, before I talk about this, let's talk about this pathetic little sad looking orchid. Okay, so this is actually my dad's orchid, and it was in a cover pot before, and every time he watered it, he forgot to dump the water out of the cover pot, so it just ended up rotting. And when I took it out, it smelled so bad. All the roots were mushy and it was just terrible. So now I've planted it into 100% orchid bark, and believe it or not, there's not a single root in there. Right now, as you can see, I have wet paper towel all around here, and what I'm doing is, I don't know if you guys can see here, I'm sorry if it's not really clear, but there are some aerial roots here. Is that better? Yeah, so if you see the green tips, those are all the new growth from the roots, which is super exciting. So I'm glad it's still alive. As you guys can see, the old leaves are all floppy and shriveled. And that's just because since it doesn't have, that's like all the roots it has right now, it just can't get enough water to sustain all of the leaves that it has. So unfortunately, the old leaves are gonna have to go, but as you guys can see, the new leaves are looking really nice, and they're also super sturdy, which is great. Yeah, so not a single root in there, but hopefully once the aerial roots become longer, they're gonna start growing into the soil. Yeah, so just if you also try this and you also have a rotting orchid without any roots, or actually even just for normal aeroids, philodendrons and stuff, it's just, you can just propagate them by doing that. So I'm just gonna cover these roots back up. Okay, so now for this exciting box. So I actually started this a week ago, and these are just a bunch of golden pothos nodes. So nothing special, just a regular old golden pothos, but this was pretty exciting to do because there are a lot of nodes in here. There are a few that look kind of weird, and I think I'm just gonna take out. This one is just kind of yellowy. There's no roots growing on it, and it's just overall weird looking. Let me change the spot. I don't think you guys can see really well here. One sec. Okay, that's better. So this is what we have, and as you guys can see, that's what it's looking like. It's just in perlite right now, and you guys can already see some roots coming out, and almost all of them have growth points. that are gonna produce leaves. So this one is, it has a growth point. I don't think it's visible on camera, but this one back here, that yellow part doesn't look really good, and it has a growth point, but it also is kind of moldy. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it's kind of moldy, and I probably could salvage it and like, yeah, just take off the rotten part, but I'm just not gonna bother. Yeah, there's also another one right here that looks really weird. It has no roots, no growth point, nothing. I'm just gonna get rid of that too. It was kind of yellow. And look at that root. It's so wacky. It's just coming out. And I don't know. I'm really excited about this. Yeah, you guys can even see some roots there. Like honestly, once these all grow and have leaves, I don't even know where I'm gonna put this. Like, it's gonna be a lot of plants and nodes. Anyways, I'm really excited. I'll keep you guys posted on this. So before we move on to the last plant, I just wanted to add some water inside of here because the water reservoir is pretty low, and I need to make sure there's water in there so that when it evaporates, it'll just keep the humidity high. I think I'm actually gonna add a drop of this plant fertilizer inside because they now have roots and they're gonna need that extra boost of fertilizer to help them grow. It might be a lot because you're only supposed to put 7 drops in a liter of water, and I only have this much with me right now, but not a lot of the roots would actually be touching the water reservoir, and once it evaporates, I'm sure it'll be fine. So I'm not too worried about that. So let me just get this open. Wait, I don't think I can open this with one hand. Okay, so I have it open now, and we're just gonna put 1 drop in. Perfect. I'm just gonna swoosh this around a bit, slosh it, oops, slosh it around a bit, and then I'm just gonna pour a little bit in. And I spilt it everywhere. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but actually never mind. I thought it was half full, but it was just the reflection. Just gonna add a little bit more. Literally spilling water everywhere. So I think that is enough. It's kind of hard to tell, but yeah, I think there's enough water. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. Actually, while we have this water, I think I'm just gonna water these guys as well, because I've only watered them with normal water before, and I think they're gonna need the fertilizer. And yeah, we don't really have a lot of water in there right now. So let's just water these little guys. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's around, I think the water line's just below the root there, which is perfect. And let's water this guy. Okay, I'm gonna have to wipe the table and also the ground after this because it is full of fertilizer water. Okay, that also looks good. And for the rest of this, I think I'm just gonna dump it all in here. Okay, now let's move on to our last plant that I'm so excited. So here it is. I just got him a few hours ago, and I think he is so pretty. So I believe it's a Philodendron Hope, but I'm not sure. If you guys know what plant this is, please comment down below and tell me. So the leaves are super papery and thin, and normally I don't really like that. I like more of those plump and thicker leaves, but the leaf shape, look at that. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. This one has a little bit of, oop, and it fell. This one has a little bit of damage right there, but that's okay. And it has a new leaf coming in, which is also super exciting. I'm just gonna put him against the wall here. Okay, so as you guys can see, he's just in water right now. Let me show you guys. Look at those nice white thick roots. So pretty. He's just in water right now because he was in soil before and it had like not a lot of perlite in it, and I felt like an overwaterer like me would probably just kill this plant. So after looking at its roots and how like chunky they are, I think I want to replant him into leca rather than perlite. So that's what I plan on doing, but I'm just letting it sort of stay in water for maybe a few weeks or maybe a few months, depending on how he does, just so that the transition will just be a lot smoother for him. Just one more second, just look at this leaf. Look at how beautiful it is. I love this plant so much. I know there's also a smaller version of this. I think that's the Philodendron Little Hope. Again, I don't even know if this is a Philodendron Hope. I was gonna get that one, but the plant that I really liked, I think the shop killed it. I don't know what happened, but because when I saw it again, it just looked super bad. So I got this one instead, and I think I'm really happy with my decision. It looks really cute. I love it. And that concludes our video. So again, I don't really have any plants here at home. Most of them are at school. But nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way when I do post a big grand houseplant tour, you guys will be up to date. So I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!